Hello, kiddies. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. You're listening to Drop the Mic.
Not what I was expecting. Can I see one?
What? No.
What's that for?
Make sure he's dead.
Sheriff, what happened?
No ID, no fingerprints in the system.
For now, she's a Jane Doe.
He needs my help right now. 11 o'clock, I'm all yours. Subject is in her mid to late 20s. Hair brown.
Flash flood warning now.
Eyes gray.
What happened to you?
First, they bound her. Then they ripped out her tongue, poisoned her, paralyzed her, forced her to swallow the cloth. What is that? Dad?
No one could see what we have seen.
Welcome back to our San Diego podcast. This is episode 186, Who is Jane Doe? A look back on the 2016 IFC midnight flick, The Autopsy of Jane Doe. We are your hosts for the evening. First up, I am the Swan, and alongside me tonight we have James Warny, Diego Luna.
Hey, what's up?
And the return of our own resident DJ.
Nice to be back.
Pop culture news, guys. Are we ready to get it started?
Oh, yeah.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, James, kick us off.
All right. So it looks like the CW had actually, or Deadline had revealed in an article, actually that dropped today, that Supergirl on CW is going to be getting, actually confirmed to be canceled after this season. That is going to be dropping this new season, season 6. This will be the end of the CW version of Supergirl or Superwoman, whatever the show's called. But if you're a fan, that kind of sucks. I never watched the show. I kind of stopped watching CW stuff after a while. But that kind of sucks. And it's kind of weird that they just announced that they're coming out with a Superman and Lois series. So I don't know if that's kind of taking the place or what, but that is that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks.
There was a recent interview with Joel Kinnaman, who is in the new Suicide Squad movie directed by James Gunn. And he had this to say, it's going to be crazy. There's definitely comedy in it because of James Gunn, but it will be heavily R-rated.
Oh, nice.
So get excited for that. I don't think you can really do a Suicide Squad with a PG-13 rating. Same thing with Harley Quinn. How I think it worked out that it was rated R.
It's harder to do DC without some hard maturing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think DC is more geared for R rating. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that is a good movie. I can't wait to see that. Some pretty interesting news. Though it has not officially been confirmed, Tom Hardy looks like he may be replacing Daniel Craig in the James Bond world.
What?
Wow.
That'd be hilarious.
It's not officially confirmed yet, but that's what's circulating around the rumor mill, if you will.
He played a good gentleman and legend, even though he was gangster. He could be dapper and shit, dude. Like, I don't know. James Bond's pretty dapper, like tuxedoed out gentleman, kills and shit. So, and Tom Hardy's very good at doing kills too. I think it could work, dude. That sounds very thorough in my book.
I do. I would like him as a James Bond, but he is pretty short. I don't know if that. I mean, he's 5'9". He's 5'9". That's not very. I mean, to me, that's short. I don't even know how. I don't know how tall Daniel Craig was, but I think maybe just because Tom Hardy is more bulkier, he looks shorter.
What about Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Bond, dude? I know that's out of left field.
I mean,
but
that's different.
That is different.
He's American for one. Typically, you know, typically they're European, you know, British. But I mean, that could happen. Tom Hardy is pretty old. He's not old, but I think he's 43. He's up in the early 40s, I think. So that would probably be a deciding factor as well for him and for the production of that. So I don't know if they want to risk having him on there if they're planning to do some type of trilogy or go as many movies as they did with Daniel Craig, because I think this is his 5th movie as James Bond.
Yeah.
For Daniel Craig. I don't know. I mean, unless they're cranking them out every single year, I don't know how long he would want to be James Bond going into his 50s if they were to do that. But so I thought that was pretty interesting.
He seems to be doing some like Uncharted shit in the new one, so I don't know. He might be like, damn, do I really have to like fly off old castles and shit? Like, I don't know. You know?
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. There's some one that you mentioned, Uncharted, because there's some set photos of Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland on the set of I think it's called Uncharted, right? With Nathan Drake, the character. Yes,
or something.
But they're supposed. That's Mark Wahlberg's supposed to be playing the older guy, kind of like the mentor for Tom Holland's character. But they're in suits and like tuxedos and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe that's just they're doing some fancy thing in the movie. Or I'm not familiar with the game. I just know he's kind of like a Indiana Jones type of character.
They sometimes do like James Bond. They have to like play along and shit, even though they're like technically thieves, like and shit. But you know,
okay, that makes sense. They're probably going to go to some art gala and steal something.
Yeah, there you go.
Makes sense now. Thank you for that. And then my last bit of news is actually pretty interesting. Michael Jordan is actually teaming up with someone, Denny Hamlin. Not sure who that is, but he's teaming up with him to start his own NASCAR team. And Bubba Wallace, who is he's been very outspoken in the last couple of months with basically the Black Lives Matters movement, and being I think he's the only black driver in NASCAR right now. Bubba Wallace is going to be joining the team of Michael Jordan's team for NASCAR, so that's pretty cool. Nice. Michael Jordan dipping his toes into a predominantly white sport.
True.
So let's see how that goes. I think that would be pretty interesting. It's well overdue for that sport to get a little color in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my last bit of news.
All right. I just see something here. I'm going to go dive into my news. We already know that Michael B. Jordan is rumored to be Tony Montana. I don't know, but that's going to be definitely something new, something different. I don't know if he's going to still have like a Cuban feel or like a, you know what I mean? That'd be amazing if he still.
I know it's supposed to be a reboot, right? Or like a retelling?
Reboot and probably retelling, but I don't know if he's going to have like island swag. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to go for an American feel. Like, I'm just so, like, I don't know about this, but it could be really good. or really bad. It goes 100% both ways. So,
does anybody know if it's supposed to be taking place in like present time, or is it supposed to be like a timepiece?
It may be just present time, dude.
Okay,
because that's how. That's how. What's it called? That's how the Al Pacino Scarface was
at that time, right?
Uh huh. And even the original one was the same thing.
It seems right. It seems right that they can do a present time Tony Montana that's African American, dude. I think it'd be nice. It'd be definitely. I think it'd definitely maybe be more flashier because we have better filming and stuff like all that. So I think it would be cool. My next bit of news: Netflix is getting flack for that cuties thing that's happening on there. That a lot of people are fucking topsy-turvy over that, dude. Even little kids. I play with some kids on Xbox, and they're like, dude, that shit's so fucking crazy. Like, we're canceling our subscription and all that, dude. So Netflix is definitely getting targeted, but also they are getting more people to watch because of that, which is very weird to me. So you got to pay attention to that, dude, because I guess cuties is the thing about underage minors doing some underage, like little kids doing some crazy stuff, and it's a movie about that shit. So,
well, I know they're kids competing in a dance competition, from what I read, but they're doing some very risque dance moves that like 8-year-olds shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, dude, it's weird to me. It's a little weird. That's so fucking like suspect for Netflix.
Yeah, I know. I do know what you're talking about because I remember seeing something. Some people saying that whoever created that or Netflix is run by pedophiles now because of that.
These people tend to not be wrong sometimes. So
From the research I did on that, it was more so the marketing of the Cuties documentary that got Netflix in trouble because they were trying to bank on these underage girls looking, like super risque when they're minors or whatever. So everybody got offended about that and they boycotted the artwork and they questioned Netflix. But as far as I know, the documentary is actually diving into how we, as like society, sexualize minors, like kind of
promoting pedophilia.
Unknowingly, no, not pedophilia, but just like
child beauty contests and stuff.
Yeah, an underlining theme of like kids growing up in this pop, like what we know as pop culture is like they're overly sexualized or believe that they need to look like meet these kind of standards or whatever. So I think the concept and the purpose of the documentary is anti-pedophilia, and it's been misconstrued through through Netflix. Through Netflix, releasing that kind of key art that completely misses the concept of what they were trying to accomplish with this.
My next bit, Henry Cavill, this is good for James maybe, that Henry Cavill is rumored to return in 3 more DC movies. I'm actually excited for this. That's what I was talking about earlier before the episode. That'd be cool because we haven't seen him in a DC movie except for that weird cameo. Not to spoil it, if anyone have you seen it? Shazam,
which wasn't even really him.
Yeah, so it's not really spoiled, I guess. So that I'd be excited for that, dude, because Man of Steel is one of my favorite DC movies because of how, like, I don't know, like just that feel of pressure that Superman has in his life, dude. Like nothing's easy for that man, and he has all the power, dude. Like that's why I liked it the most out of the DC movies. So it'd be exciting. I want Henry Cavill to do some more Superman, dude. Especially since they're lagging on making anything Superman, probably besides comics or something. So that'd be good. My next bit, the Punisher reboot might happen next year after Netflix's agreement expires. So get excited for that, guys. I know you guys are big Punisher fans.